Hello and welcome to the Sporting Index Trading Room. My name's the Chief and I'm going to talk you through another view from the trading floor. This weekend's football, cricket, boxing, rugby. What prices we've got and what movements we've seen so far. Well, we're really going to have to strap in this weekend for the football because the big four are playing Premiership strugglers. And we're really running a bit scared already. The first game this weekend that is live, fortunately, hopefully won't be too bad a start for us. That's Villa against Pompey. Seen a lot of two-way business there, but more towards Villa. The supremacy there is 0.3, 0.5, but as I say, a lot of two-way business there, and I don't blame the punters there. It's a difficult game to punt on. 3 o'clock, live on Setanta. We're doing the game between Man United and Derby. This is a game we're definitely running scared of already. 2.2, 2.4 we opened up the United supremacy. That's moved to 2.3, 2.5. It hasn't taken a hell of a lot of money to do that. We had a £5 buyer and then a £4 buyer. And don't expect that. Don't be surprised if that goes off a lot higher than that. These Derby games seem to be one-way prices at the moment, and we're very, very worried about that one. Also at the same time, Chelsea plays Sunderland. It's not a live game, but we've also seen a lot of business one way there. We were Chelsea 1.8 to 2. That's gone up to 1.9, 2.1. And as usual, I could probably only see that going one way. Chelsea seem to be a bit more ruthless these days, and some big results recently with a 6-0 thrashing of City at home, 4-0 away to Rosenborg, seem to be a bit more ruthless under Avram Grant than they were under Jose Mourinho. A bit later, you've got Liverpool against Reading. God, another struggler against a big team, Liverpool. Last time they played, Torres scored a hat-trick. No surprise to see his goal minutes are very popular. He's scored a lot of goals recently. And we were 25, 28. We had a £300 a minute bar of his goal minutes at 28, and that's gone up to 26, 29. Sunday, Arsenal stay in the North East and visit Borough. Their supremacy is 1 to 1.2. Fortunately, we haven't seen too much there yet, but I should imagine by the time United has thrashed Derby and Chelsea has thrashed Sunderland, hopefully not, but you never know, that the punters will have plenty of ammo and they'll come piling on for this one as well. Anyway, I really wouldn't be surprised if that went off 1.1, 1.3 or 1.2, 1.4. People just like being Arsenal at the moment, and the reasons are obvious. Anyway, the other big game on Sunday where we've seen a lot of business is Spurs against City. Spurs just leaking goals like there's no tomorrow at the moment. So we were 2.5, 2.7 there. Bit out of line with the industry, and not surprisingly, we've had some buys. We had a £10 a goal buy there at 2.7. We moved it up to 2.6, 2.8. I wouldn't be surprised as a Spurs fan if that, went off 2.7, 2.9. But I would have probably priced it up at 4 to 4.2. But what do I know? I know my team can't defend. Big game on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Got Blackburn v West Ham. We've seen a lot of business on bookings there. Bookings have been bought up from 40.44 to 42.46. Interesting game this. Last year in the same fixture at Teawood Park, it made up 105 in a game that West Ham won but didn't really win. In the reverse fixture it made up just 20, and it's the same referee as the last year's reverse fixture, Alan Wiley, who averages a mere 36 this year. So anyway, 42-46 at the moment. It'll be interesting to watch that one because there's obviously a lot of bad blood after what happened in that game last year. Cricket, what a very exciting first test that was. England only 20 minutes away probably or so from saving it, but they didn't manage to do it. And not surprisingly, we've seen only one-way business for one batsman in the second test. His name's Kumar Sangakkara. Cost us a packet in the first test. Some punter bought 250 quid a run of his match runs at 87, so that was a bit expensive for us. I think it got 244 in the end. Anyway, this test, we're running scared. We started 97.105. Already with small buys, we've moved it up to 100 to 108. It's a market we really don't want to get too short of. His ton-ups were 14.18, we've moved those to 16.20. It's a different pitch, this is, it's a good batting track generally, and it takes a lot of spin. You'd think it's going to suit Sangakkara and Murali. Anyway, there have been a few patriotic punters. We had Ian Bell runs, 75.82. We did start those too low, and we've seen a lot of buys of his runs at 80, so Patriots out in force, and Bell certainly looks like he can read Murali, but on this bumps and burners they call it, I'm not sure he'll be able to last the distance in 2 innings, but hopefully for you punters who've bought him, he will. The other place we've seen a lot of business is the Sri Lanka Win Index. We opened that 14, 15 and a half, it's gone up to 14 and a half, 16, we've had a £2.5 bar of that. I should imagine this is on the back of some pretty good statistics for Sri Lanka. They've won 10 out of their last 12 here. The other one they lost to Australia, not surprisingly, and there was a draw against Pakistan. So that's, you know, pretty strong indicator that Sri Lanka really are going to do well here. Anyway, at Sporting Index, we're hoping not at the moment. The fight they've all been talking about is finally going to happen this weekend. It's been talked away about for months and months and months, and finally we're going to see Ricky Hatton fight Floyd Mayweather this weekend. God, we unfortunately, we'd love to be cheering on Hatton. We are not. All the punters have been coming on for him. I think the same's happened with fixed odds firms, and we built up some serious liabilities there. His win index was at one stage 5, 6.5. It's gone up to 5.5, 7, and that's including a couple of £1,000 buyers. I know a lot of our clients are going to be out in Vegas this weekend, so have a good time there. And I hope he doesn't win by a knockout. We'll take a win on points, and then, you know, punters will be slightly ahead, but you won't carry us out. 5 minutes. A lot of you obviously think it's not going to be the longest fight. We opened those 30 to 32, and they're down to 29-31. Another great fight on Saturday night. You've got Amir Khan against Earl, but I haven't really seen a lot of business on that because, as I say, everyone's talking about Hatton and Mayweather. Please remember on that Hatton Mayweather fight that we've got a special promotion. If you have 2 bets on it, risking just 15 quid, we will pay the 15 quid cost of your subscription that Skyward, that Satanta are charging you for the fight. So we'll credit that to your account on Monday. So that's a nice little offer if you really are going to get involved in that fight. Leading on from the fight, the result will very much determine our Sports Personality of the Year index. We've got a 50, 25, 10 index on that, and at the moment, not surprisingly, Lewis Hamilton is a favourite, 40 to 43. A lot of people willing to pay 43 for him. Upside of 7 points, a big downside, but I mean, a lot of people think he's a shoo-in. But if Ricky Hatton wins, he's 21-24. For those of you backing Hatton, you might want to take a punt and buy him on our Sports Personality of the Year, because he really is a personality. Whether you like his sense of humour or not, he is definitely a personality. Other things go on this weekend. We've got the Heineken Cups back, the highlight being Leicester v Toulouse. I haven't got any prices to talk to you about at the moment because there's just a lot of team news that we need to find out. And you'll see that with fixed odds and spread firms. We do go down reasonably late with rugby union because it's so dependent when you're pricing it up on team news. It makes a much bigger difference in football. I mean, 2 players can make as much of a difference as 6 or 7 points to handicap. Other highlights for me, you've got the NFL, you've got the golf, and then you've got the Tingle Creek down at Sandown. Cato unlikely to run, but Voiper Utestes definitely will, and he will be a big jolly in that race. Whatever you're doing, I hope it's not a miserable weekend like it's a miserable day in Kennington today, and good luck.